put the rich people in Jamaica in a different tax bracket, take the same tax money, reinvest it in social department of Jamaica where poor people can be aided with things that they need. Just like gone on YouTube, to give your brain some new food. Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Today's video is asking the question, will Jamaica ever be financially stable? Will Jamaica ever be financially independent in the sense of where it is in a position to financially cater to all of its citizens, especially those living on the island? As you see, where in other countries, they usually have like a social system, a welfare system, a social support organization where when one falls short on finances or employment, the government is always there to cater to them. So will Jamaica ever be in that position? That question was actually brought to me, and without doing any real research to see if Jamaica has any potential in the future, I thought it was the best way to answer the question, because then it would be coming from a real place. So I'm going to give you my opinion on that question in an answer, and at the same time I'm listening out to hear what you guys have to say. Will Jamaica ever be in that position, or do you think Jamaica have the potential to be in that position? I was leaning towards a no, for the simple fact that any country that wants to have a stable economy or have any financial wealth usually have to have something to trade. Back in the day, Jamaica used to be strong on agriculture. We used to export a lot of bananas, we used to export a lot of yams, onions, pineapples, oranges, so on and so forth. But from my observation, the children of today, the Jamaicans of today, are becoming less and less interested in farming work, whether that is livestock or food and fruits and vegetable. A lot of the Jamaicans today wants to adapt other countries' attitude, where they rather to pick up a chicken in a supermarket rather than have to farm a chicken. They rather to pick up beef in a supermarket rather than have to farm cows and goats and so on and so forth. So Jamaicans are withdrawing from what appears to be dirty work, hands-on work. And that in itself, to me, promises a negative impact on the agricultural strength of Jamaica and the financial prospect of agriculture in Jamaica. I saw one video in Coronation Market once, and the question was asked, where did the vendor got all her Irish potato, scallion, thyme, and so on and so forth? And she says they were imported, and that to me was a surprise. And if Jamaica continue along that avenue where they're importing ground food, where Jamaica has the soil to actually take advantage and be wealthy in that department, we're going to lose out on one financial avenue. Another strength for us was bauxite. Growing up as a child in Jamaica, I was always aware of Alcan in Uriton, St. Catherine. The thing is, I was never 100% sure if Jamaica actually owned Alcan 100%, because I think there was a time that I heard some rumor that Canada has some hands in it, and I'm not 100% sure, and I didn't do any research because I just want to speak from what I know off the top of my head. So if that's the truth, then Jamaica doesn't really own any bauxite company in Jamaica. That again is another financial avenue closed, which leaves me to the giant of all giants where it comes to Jamaica finances, which is tourism. Ever since I was born in Jamaica, tourism has been the #1 money maker for the island of Jamaica. Not obviously, but transparently, most Jamaican citizens have never benefited from the tourism of Jamaica. However, Jamaica tourism has brought in millions and billions into the country. But saying that, I would only imagine that any country, any individual that's making a lot of money, they would face challenges. They would always face competitors. There's going to always be outsiders that's trying to ruin that success or divert your customers. And I saw where recently a particular country says anybody with the pandemic vaccine that has both vaccine would be free to go to Jamaica. And in another note I was reading where said foreign country says whether or not their citizens are vaccinated with both vaccine, they were still not allowed to travel to Jamaica. And when I read through the lines of that, that just sounded like a sabotage to me. That just sounded like someone is trying to knock the food out of Jamaica's mouth. Someone doesn't want Jamaica to be overwhelmed with tourist visits. And that is no surprise when it comes to money in politics. But if Jamaica's tourism should get weak, combine that with the bauxite situation and the agriculture situation. Recently, marijuana was legalized in Jamaica. And to my understanding, it was overwhelmed by foreign investors. And if that is a fact, that it's foreign investors that's dominating the marijuana market from Jamaica, that means Jamaica is only getting scraps from the actual lump sum of cash that is coming from the marijuana. So if I'm going to discuss marijuana, tourism, bauxite, agriculture, those are the four avenues that I see Jamaica have as a strong trading strength. Without those, I can't off the top of my head think of anything else. Okay, we've got reggae music, we've got dancehall music. How Jamaica will benefit from revenues coming from reggae music, that's something I would have to look into. So let me just loop that in there and give Jamaica as much points as I can. So we're talking about its music, we're talking about agriculture, tourism, we're talking about the marijuana market, and we're talking about bauxite. So those are the 5 strengths that I can think of off the top of my head that Jamaica could use as trading strength. And if the administration is on point, I could see where Jamaica could one day be in a stable financial position. However, if they are all out of place, as I've just speculated, then no, Jamaica seems like it's going to be in debt for a very long time. Like I'm saying, if Jamaica doesn't ambition itself to be financially stable, it will be forever in debt with the IMF. It will be forever taking gifts from other countries and be in debt. It will just forever be the borrower, the person who are asking its lenders to just write that off as bankrupt because they're in no position to pay it back or to give it back. So when you observe Jamaica today and its improvement its landscape improvement, it is looking more and more similar to places like the UK, places like Canada, places like America, on the forefront, that is. But that appearance comes with a price. So as much as we would like to modernize the country, it has to be to our advantage. Jamaica needs to put itself in a position where its local citizens can afford gainful employment, and there's a strict tax system put in place, and the money that's taken from the tax is reinvested in the country and in the people. I'm not sure how well that is in Jamaica at the moment. I seen a video recently of downtown Kingston, and it was a mess. It was a mess. I'm not gonna lie. There was literally more sellers than buyers. And, you know, everybody was doing their hustle. I'm not against anybody's hustle, but from what I was looking at, it didn't appear to be organized. It didn't appear to be where that seller was actually a registered sole trader, for example, and has a tax registration number. It looks pretty much the same way it did when I was a child, but just multiplied about 20 times more. It was some streets in downtown Kingston was not even drivable. Vendors was in the middle and on both sides. It was just blocked with salespeople and products. And most of the products, just by looking at the products, you can tell that they're imported products, whether that was from, it was definitely from Asia. I could tell by just looking at the products that they were Asian products. So the streets of downtown is littered with salesmen and saleswomen. And I was just thinking to myself that if the government of Jamaica could actually collect tax from every individual salesperson, that could promise a brighter future. If the government plays fair and reinvests the tax taken from those people, for example, and reinvest it in the country. And there are people in Jamaica that I know, the name, that have been in business for almost forever. Those people, the Jamaican people, I believe, should push that the government tax the rich more. Put the rich people in Jamaica in a different tax bracket, take the same tax money, reinvest it in social department of Jamaica where poor people can be aided with things that they need, and Jamaica can independently afford its own highways and byways and don't have to so much be running to a bank every now and then, borrowing. That's my take on the matter anyway. But before I go, let me big up some people.
Big up yourself to the maximum.
First and foremost, I want to big up Joy, Victoria Coleman, Born Under the Clock, Pamela Campbell, Marva Roberts, and last but not least, I want to big up Success Media Solutions.
Big up yourself to the maximum.
Anyway, people, I look forward to reading your comments, hearing what you guys think about the question, do you believe that Jamaica will ever be in a position where it is financially stable, financially independent, where it could actually take care of its own people? Let me know what you think. As you know, on this channel, I appreciate thumbs up and thumbs down, agreement and disagreement, because at the end of the day, people, each one teach one. You've reached the end of my video, and that in itself is a support that I truly appreciate. Other ways that you can support this channel is by giving this video a thumbs up. But the most important way to support my channel is to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future uploads. The third way to support this channel is to go to my Teespring account and purchase in any of my merch. And the fourth way that you can support this channel is joining me in Patreon to give me a contribution to help me to do what I do here on YouTube. Once again, I want to thank all of you guys for checking out my video and ask that you continue to join me, ENT Sabas, here on YouTube to see where my journey takes me. Until next time, peace.